As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. Treasure these few words till we're together. Keep all our love forever. P.S. I love you. I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do, love. P.S. I love you. As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. Treasure these few words till we're together. Keep all our love forever. P.S. I love you. As I write this letter, oh, send my love to you. You know I want you to remember that I'll always, yeah, be in love with you. I'll be coming home again to you, love, until the day I do, love. P.S. I love you. Hey folks, a guitar lesson for P.S. I Love You, a Beatles song, of course written by Paul McCartney. Maybe John helped out a little bit, but it doesn't sound like it. I think it's a straight Paul McCartney song, I believe written in Hamburg, Germany. Early one, 1961, 1962. If you watch my channel, you know what I really focus on my channel is guitar lessons, tutorials for solo Paul McCartney, late Paul McCartney, and I really like to focus on some of the hidden gems, the lesser known songs. The reason I wanted to post this lesson is because it's one of the first songs Paul McCartney ever wrote and recorded. And even though it's a simple song with a fairly simple melody and fairly simple chords, there really are some amazing complexities and nuances for such, an early Paul McCartney song. And you can hear things he did in this song in all the later work, in so much of his Beatles work and solo work. So I thought it was worthwhile to post a quick lesson on this. There's probably a million lessons on YouTube for every Beatles song. So, you can watch those if you want the perfect way to play it. Here's my way. But I think this song really is a precursor of so many songs Paul's going to write later, the style, the techniques he uses. So let's get right into the lesson. The guitar's in standard tuning. And again, the chords are fairly simple chords, but there are some nuances, some small complexities. It's probably a beginner song or beginner to intermediate song, depending on your abilities. But the song's in the key of G, and the first verse, which is played different than all the rest of the verses, which is one of the nuances, I would say, it goes like this. As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. So what's really cool to me about this is that first verse is the only verse played that way. It's the only chord progression played that way, which is something Paul does again in a lot of his later songs. So let's just break it down. It's a G, and then kind of the cool next chord is a C sharp seventh to a D. And you can play these whatever shapes you want to use on the guitar. This I'm playing open G, and then I'm playing the C sharp seventh at the second fret, just like a C seventh at the first fret, a regular C seventh. Move it up a half step to the second fret, and then you got the C sharp seventh, and then an open D. But again, you can play the C seventh bar, however you want to do it. You can play the D bar, it doesn't matter. So again, it's G, C sharp seventh, D. So, as I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always, and then a D to an A, back to a D. So that's the first verse, and he never plays that again, which I think is really cool. I know that's been done by other songwriters before Paul McCartney, but Paul's a young man when he wrote this song. And again, he uses this technique many times later. And it's just amazing that it's in one of his first songs, at least one of the first songs we have recorded. The next part, the second verse, I'll call it, which really plays throughout the song, the treasure of these few words, that starts in D. So it's a D to an E minor, back to a D, and then it goes to an A. Keep all my love to a B minor, and then it's back to A. P.S. I love you. And that's another cool chord progression. He goes from the A to a B flat, up a half a step. So I'm playing the B flat barred at the first fret. Again, however you want to play it. Play it there, open, I guess. But I like the B flat bar chord. And then it's B flat U is just B flat to C to D. And again, you can play that any shape you'd like. I play it barred at the first fret, the C barred at the third fret, and then I play the D open. So that's kind of easy because it's quick. It's also the ending of the song. So that's the verses that way. So I'll just sing one real quick. Treasure these few words, do it together. Keep all my love forever. P.S. I love you. You. Now of course, as I write this letter. This part's simple. It's just a G to a D, then you repeat G, send my love to you, D, remember G, that I'll always D, and then again, D, A to a D. And that's the whole song. So I really love this song. It's such a beautiful early Beatles song, beautiful Paul McCartney song. And again, I think it really shows that the introduction verse is a very Paul McCartney technique that he borrowed from other songwriters, but he really perfected. And then some of the chords going from an A to a B flat, just an unusual pop song chord progression. Again, not so amazing later in his career, but pretty amazing when he wrote this song. And it's, again, I think one of the first songs the Beatles recorded. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I will get back to later Paul McCartney songs that I really love too, the hidden gems, but I thought this was worthwhile. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.